Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's first matchup on Palm Springs Stadium between the A's and Colonials. It is a battle of red on red. And I'm with Justin Tasuki Lee. My name is Charlie Gonzalez, and we're about to get underway here. It's right at 9 o'clock on the dot. And why don't we go through the starting lineup first for the A's? First, batting in the leadoff spot, extra hitter number 5, Derek Thompson Jr. Batting second, the center fielder number 12, Braden McClinn. Batting third, the first baseman number 18, Braden Braga. Batting fourth, the shortstop number 11, Geoffrey Fontenot. Batting fifth, the right fielder number 24, Blake Browning. Batting sixth, the designated hitter number 10, Ethan Beltran. Batting seventh, the third baseman number 4, Gilbert Cosio. Batting eighth, the catcher number 15, Logan Lobel. Batting ninth, the left fielder number 21, R.L. Chandler. Batting 10th, the second baseman number 9, Cade Hill. And on the mound for the Colonials is number 15, Riley Ricken.
Yeah, Riley Ricken had one start about a week ago or so. One game, one win, 18 batters faced, and had 13 strikeouts in that game. So expect a pretty good outing here from Riley Ricken, but he's facing off against another really good pitcher who's also playing on the power, Hudson Myers.
The A's are 6-2. The Colonials at 2-5.
Yeah, the A's have had themselves a pretty good season this year. They've lost a few. Yesterday they lost against the Blue Sox 14-5 in that victory. Just had it come up short against some of the better teams like the Lumberjacks this year.
There's strike one.
The Colonials gave up the loss in the first win to the Rush yesterday, 12-5. They just didn't really have a whole lot of offense or pitching, and that's why a guy like Riley Ricken's up there on the mound for them today.
Yeah, we are going to have a power pitcher for the A's going up against the Colonials as well, and we'll talk about that once we get to the bottom of the first inning. 0-2 count for Thompson Jr. There's ball one. Tonight's power matchup is against the SoCal Mavericks in Game 1 of the two-game series. Game 2 will be tomorrow. The 1-2 pitch from Ricken. Strike three, he finds the top corner of the zone, and Thompson Jr. is retired.
Very good pitch selection on the outside corner. Got him looking at that 86 miles per hour fastball on the outside.
Here's Braden McClinn. It looks like over on the turf field, we got a couple games going on today as well. There's strike one for McClinn. Ricken taking his time, delivers. Strike two. Today at the turf field, first it's Blue Sox against the Chill, and then at 11, Coyotes versus Bootleggers. So back-to-back 1-2 counts to start out this inning.
This is their best hitter right here in the two spots. 7 singles and 2 doubles this year. 9 RBIs for Braden McClinn.
Oh, strike three again. Got him looking a second time. So this plate appearance, exact same occurrence. So strike one, strike two, ball one, looking K both times. It's deja vu out there as Braden Braga comes to the plate with 2 outs.
Yeah, use the exact same pitch on the outside corner, set them up with an early pitch on the inside, went coast to coast on the outside to get him looking once more.
Ricken delivers. Strike one.
He's really dotting up that outside corner, that same pitch just right there.
And the batters are standing in probably approximately the same spot in the batter's block each time too, so it's easy placement for him. That's hit lined out right to the third baseman. What a catch by Orlando Shin. So on the 0-1 count, just hits a rocket right to him. So we'll be right back for the bottom of the first, where we have Aaron Newcomb, William Dalton, and Noah Munoz due up for the Colonials. We'll be right back.
family setting. You know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
All right, welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. Hudson Myers pitching for the A's. He's facing Aaron Newcomb to lead things off. There's ball one. He finds his zone there for strike one. So here's the lineup for the Colonials. As I mentioned, on the mound for the A's, it's Hudson Myers. Batting first, shortstop number 12, Aaron Newcomb. Batting second, the center fielder number 24, William Dalton. There's ball two. Batting third, the first baseman number 5, Noah Munoz. Batting fourth, the right fielder number 4, Bradley Stoner. Batting fifth, the second baseman number 20, Gus Harper. There's ball three. Batting sixth, the designated hitter number 16, Evan Percival. Batting seventh, the third baseman number 7, Orlando Shin. Batting eighth, the extra hitter number 11, Daniel Dalton. This is popped into right field, moving up and making the catch is Browning for out number 1. Batting ninth, the catcher number 9, Brock Robbie. And batting 10th, the left fielder number 13, Alec Bostrom, who got assigned 13, I believe it was today or yesterday. So one away in the bottom first, no score. At the plate now is William Dalton.
Myers faced 18 batters when he played against the Bootleggers the other day in a very close game, actually. There was a 7-8 loss for the A's in that game. And he went for 3 innings pitched, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 5 hits, and struck out 5. I'm trying to look for maybe a better performance today at the mound.
One count. That's foul, and it goes off his leg as he hops a bit, steps onto the batter's box. It's a 1-2. Looks like William Dalton's okay. So this pitcher's duel we were talking about during the break, you know, Ricken and Myers both on the power, and Ricken able to get out of the first inning with just 10 pitches. Myers now is up to 8.
And Myers had to face off against Isaac Quintero against the Bootleggers that game as well. And Quintero actually did pretty good as well, but he gave up, I believe, 2 runs and struck out 6 in that game.
The 1-2 from Myers. That goes foul. Lost it for a second there. It's still bright, and yeah, lost the ball. So staying alive. It's another 1-2.
They're just throwing the ball in right now because it rolled into the right field side in play.
Myers delivers. It's popped into left field, and moving up and making the grab is R.L. Chandler for out number 2.
83 miles per hour down the heart of the plate, and used a bit of a faster curveball pitch that time. And both of these batters just under those 2 pop flies there. But much better outcome for Hudson Myers, who had a little bit of some struggles against the Bootleggers last time.
Now here's Noah Munoz, the first baseman for the Colonials. Swings at the first pitch. It's above the ball. Strike 1.
Yeah, this is what Hudson Myers needs to do today. Just force a lot of pop flies and grounders. Don't focus too much on the strikeouts here.
There's ball 1. In my scorebook, I'm on the last game that has space for, but thankfully I got a new one just like it. I'm ready to break that out for the next PSCL game today. There's strike 2. How many games does your scorebook have space for when you usually do that?
Well, the one that I have is the Bob Carpenter's book. It has 100 games on there. I just got it new, actually, so not a whole lot.
Oh, ripped down the third base line. It goes foul, but it was a good hit. Went all the way to the Gurley banner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes for Munoz.
The same pitch delivery right at the bottom of part of the strike zone. Use that curveball again, but unable, or he's able to come around it, but pulled it a little early to keep it foul.
Myers taking a deep breath, delivers. Oh, ball 2.
The book that I use is more of a custom made, so I can make as many copies as I want.
Yeah, mine, it's good for 60 games. It has all the defensive and offensive stat columns you need. It has for pitchers, you can count pitch type, everything they need is. Only thing it's missing is a place to, a little field diagram to write in all the spots. This is hit into the shallow left center field, and the shortstop moving back, and it's going to bounce. And we have our first hit of the game. It's a 2-out single by Noah Munoz. Now coming to the plate, Bradley Stoner.
The thing was just floated up in the air, 67 miles per hour off the exit velo. And again, that no man's land always so dangerous between outfielders and the infield, because once you have 3 guys chasing after the ball, you have to pick and choose who's going to go after it. And the shortstop Newcomb decides to go for it. Over shoulder catch. Hard to see with the sun up in the sky like that.
Yeah, and in volleyball, when 3 players like kind of group around a ball that they're all trying to hit, it's called a campfire. So that really is a campfire in the equivalent in baseball. Bradley Stoner takes strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And once again, the Colonials down to their final strike of this inning.
Righty against lefty pitcher. Throw one on the inside.
Swings and misses, and that is the end of the first inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner stranded. After the first, there's no score. We go to the top of the second. We'll be right back.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
replaced, or repaired door company. We do service, new installs, retro. For over 100 years, been committed to bringing residential garage doors, openers, and accessories. Stylish new garage door, energy efficient business, or a better integrated door system for your industrial application. Remember, if you don't see the red ribbon logo, you are not getting the genuine, the original overhead door products and service you need. Look for the red ribbon for products that are reliable and safe. Our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 760-772-3667. Overhead Door Company. We sell the best and service the rest.
Look out to the leader, Overhead Doors.
Welcome back. It's the top of the second inning. There's no score between the A's and Colonials. Ricken went 1-2-3 in the top. Now looks to do it again. Leading off for the A's this inning, it's Geoffrey Fontenot, the shortstop. First pitch, check swing. It's in the zone. Strike one.
Yeah, Ricken, when he played against the Bombers maybe ages ago, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 walk, 13 strikeouts.
Ball one, just outside.
I mean, expect kind of similar results here today because that's kind of the way he's been pitching against a lot of these PSCL teams so far this season.
Goes with the same pitch, a little bit lower, so it's a 2-1 count against Geoffrey Fontenot.
And he played in the uncommitted game as well last weekend because he's currently sitting in the portal looking for a new home per se to play at.
There's strike two. Umpire taking a minute to make his decision.
I mean, this is another guy who's got a lot of talent, and there's a reason why he plays in the Power and also in the PSCL because he's got the skills and the athleticism to be one of the more premier southpaw pitchers.
This is popped up into right field, and then moving over a few steps to his right and making the catch is Bradley Stoner for out number one.
It was right down the heart of the strike zone, 86 miles per hour. And again, showing off why he can get batters out so quickly. He's utilizing not a whole lot of pitches so far. Last inning was just 10 pitches. Able to get strikeouts with 4 pitches on 2 different batters. He will get through lineups very quickly if he stays in control against batters.
Finds the bottom of the zone there. Strike one to Browning. On deck is Ethan Beltran. Strike two to Browning. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball one.
And now you start seeing some of these batters start to choke up on the bat here because he's using a lot of those inside cutting pitches that have like a horizontal break of 8 to 16 inches of horizontal breakage as they're coming back into the zone.
Swing and a miss, and then we saw another one there as Blake Browning goes down. 2 outs here in the top of the second, no score. And here's Ethan Beltran. Swing and a miss, strike one.
And he's really using that finish off pitch on that outside corner against these righty hitters, dotting up that outer edge and using the same fastball as he's been using.
Oh, that goes into right field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. So there's a 2-out single, just like Noah Munoz had in the bottom first. And now coming to the plate is Andrew Carnes. So Ethan Beltran now playing third base. He's no longer the DH, and Gilbert Cosio not playing, and Andrew Carnes taking his spot in the lineup as a designated hitter.
That was just another soft contact hit, but good job from Ethan Bell trying to reach with his hands on the bat. That ball was heading down to the right side corner below the strike zone.
First pitch to Carnes. There's a comebacker. Ricken just going to lob it over to the first baseman on the first pitch for out number 3. So a 1-3 put out. Ricken to Munoz. And we go to the bottom second. There is no score here at Palm Springs Stadium. We'll be right back after this.
Small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
All right, it's the bottom second. Due up for the Colonials, 5-6-7. Gus Harper, Evan Percival, and Orlando Shin. No score here. And Hudson Myers getting through that bottom first inning, 18 pitches. Delivers. There's ball 1.
Yeah, Gus Harper this year, not a whole lot of success at the plate. Just a hit in 6 at-bats, but needing a little bit more time.
Hit in the right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And chasing after it is Browning, making sure it doesn't get too far away from the first baseline and keeping Harper at first.
Okay, so again, another reason why I need to shut my mouth, because I was talking about how he wasn't having a whole lot of success, and guess what he does on that pitch next?
The announcer's jinx is so real. No one can ever convince me it's not.
You know how many times I've done that this year?
I've done it a couple times myself too, but it's like kind of more on the down low and insinuations. There's strike 1 for Percival.
Yeah, mines are just more obvious and dumb.
Myers takes a deep breath, delivers the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It was breaking ball about 2 inches inside, and you were talking about that earlier, how both pitchers have to kind of capitalize on that, and he did right there. The 0-2. High fastball, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Hudson Myers doesn't exactly have a finish off pitch per se, but when he uses that breaking ball on 0-2 counts against hitters, and when he's ahead, got a good chance of getting out of batters.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The only issue is that there are times where he can lose control of that release point on his left hand with that vertical break on the breaking pitches that he throws, so he has a bit of some control issues with that. But again, just use the more controlled pitches when you have a pitcher's count, I should say.
2-2, and it gets a piece of it. Electing to throw to second for the 3-6 was Braga to Hill, and then Hill back to Braga, so a 3-6-3 double play. And that retires Harper and Percival. Now there's 2 outs in the bottom second.
Sounds like the first 3 digits of my phone numbers. 3-6-3 double play. Great play by Munoz and Newcomb, and right back to Munoz to get the 2 outs there.
So you're not going to give the viewers your phone number in
No.
case? What if there's any girls listening?
They can come to Palm Springs Stadium and hit me up later.
There's strike one to Orlando Shin.
Every day here in Palm Springs until July 23rd.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Because if I have to do it, then you have to do it.
Do what?
Put your phone number over live here.
Gladly.
Oh, okay.
Swing and a miss, starting low and ending high on the swing. That was tight and inside, but he swung anyway. Had that made contact on the bat, that probably would have gone foul over close to the home dugout.
It's a hard pitch to lay on anyways because it was inside on that breaking pitch.
The 1-2 popped into center field. Looks like it'll carry out to McClin, which it does. So a fly out to center is how the second inning ends. Still no score here as we go to the top of the third. It's 8, 9, 10 due up for the A's when we come back.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
All right, it's the top of the third inning as we have the bottom of the order due up for the A's. Logan Lobel, R.L. Chandler, and Cade Hill. Ricken on the mound still for the Colonials. Winds up the first pitch, delivers. That's swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike.
86-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle.
Ball 1.
Logan Lobel, 3 singles this year and 14 at-bats. He scored 5 runs this year with 2 RBIs. And a lot of those have also come off of just simple walks. So far this year, he's been able to get on base, whether that's single or through walks, throughout his short tenure here in Palm Springs.
The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, ball 2, that breaking ball just a little below the zone. He had the right pitch selection there, it just broke a little too much. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. We have a full count. That's our first full count of the morning.
It looked like he almost went around on that swing, but his perpendicular bat swing didn't break the plane in front of the plate.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And Lobo goes down on strikes.
That was right down the heart of the plate, too, but he gassed it at 87 miles per hour.
Now here's R.L. Chandler, the left fielder. Saw him a few times at Club Trinidad, staying over on the opposite side of where I am. Very quiet, mellow, nice guy. First pitch. Ball 1.
Yeah, also a heck of an athlete as well in that left field position. Not a lot of stolen bases this year, which is a little surprising.
Hit right to the shortstop, scooping it up and throwing it across his body is Newcomb to Munoz for out number 2. Now here's the guys bottom of the order. Cade Hill, the second baseman, part of that double play in the bottom second.
This bottom part of the lineup for the A's hasn't had a lot of success this year.
You're trying to jinx them again, aren't you?
Yeah, I hope not.
Check swing. It was just outside the zone. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch popped up high, and that'll drift foul. Out of play. Yeah, so A's are, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 6-2 with Colonials 2-5. A's trying to keep pace with the Lumberjacks, who are the last undefeated team in the PSCL so far this season. The 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. That was foul tipped to look like right into the glove of Robbie. Ball 2.
It was a pretty entertaining game yesterday between the Grizzly and the Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks were down by 2 runs going into the 6th inning before the Lumberjacks bounced back right in front to keep their undefeated streak alive.
Popped up high in right center. It looks like the right fielder is going to make a move for it, and making the catch to end the inning is Bradley Stoner, the F9, to retire the side in order. So through 3 innings, Ricken only has 35 pitches. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. There's no score. Colonials coming up right after this.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection, and an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City, facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Bottom 3rd, no score here between the A's and Colonials. The bottom of the order due up. It's Daniel Dalton leading off, the extra hitter. After him, Brock Robbie and Alec Bostrom. Strike 1 from Hudson Myers.
And both of these pitchers so far just having a very efficient outings to start of this game. And we kind of predicted this in just the way that you have these 2 very experienced pitchers facing off of each other. This is what we thought was going to happen with Isaac Quintero and Hudson Myers again, between the A's and the Bootleggers, but that kind of got out of hand once the game kind of lengthened out through the 5th and the 6th.
The 0-2 from Myers. Swing and a miss. You did not get a piece of that. He is retired.
That pitch was upstairs at like above the strike zone as well, maybe 3 ball lengths off the strike zone. And it wasn't even a fastball. It was a 76-mile-per-hour changeup to get him looking on that. So, again, when we talked about it earlier, just using those off-speed pitches to your advantage, controlling that speed.
Yeah, on his way to an immaculate inning, 4 strikes in a row to start out is Myers, and he'll look to keep it going. Robbie.
So you're trying to jinx him now.
No, I'm not trying to. And there's strike. See, I don't jinx. There's strike 2.
You sure about that? How much you want to bet?
I don't bet money. I'll just bet bet for fun and bet my dignity. Maybe.
Okay, I'll take it.
The 0-2 pitch from Myers. Pop foul. Yeah, out in center field, right behind that wall, if anyone hasn't seen, it's just a little lawn, it's grass, there's a walkway that leads to the turf field, and so anyone can go and get those balls that soar over the fence. Robbie goes down swinging for out number 2.
I like that pitch selection that he's trying to use right now. It's, just use the fastballs down the middle, and then same thing, breaking pitch, 75 miles per hour, bring it down in the zone, get him to swing, easy control, paint the zones, get these batters to want to go after those pitches and pull the swing and the miss.
First pitch, there's ball 1, chin music. Alec Ballstrom is ahead in the count.
There's a pretty big gap between left and center field right now in the outfield.
And also there's a big gap between short and second base. So if he tries to rope it into left center, there's going to be no way anyone gets to it in time, at least without a double.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, so now it's a 1-2 count. These first 2 innings almost happening the exact same way, going through the whole order in 3 without going back to the top. That popped in the infield, close to third base, and making the grab is Beltran for out number 3. So we go to the top of the 4th. There's still no score here between the A's and Colonials. It's a pitcher's duel between Ricken and Myers. We'll be right back after this.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. But look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 4th inning. No score between the A's and Colonials. Ricken on the mound still. For the Colonials, as he faces the top of the order, it's Thompson Jr., McClin, and Braga. He only thrown 35 pitches through the first 3 innings. Here's pitch number 36, shows bunt, pulls it back, it's high, ball 1.
Strange approach from arguably their best hitter in the lineup. He's already had a home run this year, 2 triples, 1 double, 3 singles, 9 RBIs. Does strike out a lot. He's very aggressive, but there's a good reason why he's in the leadoff spot.
Strike 1.
And this guy's got a lot of speed, too, around the base. Even though he has 1 stolen base this year, been able to, play his position very well.
In his position, usually he goes anywhere in the outfield, but right now, yeah, he's just the extra hitter for today. That's drifting foul.
And give him a bit of extra rest as well. In this game, we talked about it and how smoothly this is going so far between the two pitchers. They've both gone through the lineup one time already, but nothing further than that. So they're pretty much even and even right now.
Only 3 hits and no one advancing beyond first base. There's ball 3.
The second time a batter is faced up against Riley Ricken and given a full count now.
That'll be a slow bouncer over to the shortstop. It takes a weird hop. He scoops up anyway, throwing it as quick as he can. He's safe by a mile. So the leadoff single for Thompson Jr. It's the first hit for the A's since the 2nd inning. And now here comes Braden McClin.
That's a really tough play that, Hill had to make there at second base. It was so slow getting up to him, and by the time he was able to ground it over, and we talked about the speed of Derek Thompson Jr., not enough to get him at first base.
And early in the season, we've seen the PSCL players not entirely notice that little hop that the grass has before it gets to the dirt, and they try to run up and field it, and then it goes behind them. There's ball 1.
Yeah, that little lip in the infield kind of helps the ball and the batter a lot more in these types of games here at the stadium, giving them a little bit more extra time to get through. When you have a guy that has that kind of speed, it's hard to take him down.
Ball 2.
We'll see here. Just the way that this game has been going, maybe Coach JJ kind of switches it up here, maybe tries to play a little bit small ball with a guy that has a lot of speed at that first base bag.
Well, the check over to first. Thompson is safe. Ricken going to do it again. Oh, he takes off. And the throw is in time. He is tagged well before his hand got the base. And so that is a 3-6. Thompson, his leadoff single, now wasted with that decision.
This is a really good move from Riley Ricken. He just knew that Derek Thompson was going to be going as soon as he put up that front leg and caught him right in the middle of a pickle, and a good read from the pitcher and putting himself in a better situation now than before.
Swing and a miss at the third pitch to McClin. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It was a really good pitch. That was almost like a cutter with a vertical break of 16 inches at 87 miles.
There's ball 3. Ricken delivers again. No. There's ball 4, and we have our first walk. And now here coming to the plate is the first baseman, Braden Braga.
Yeah, I want to say he kind of lost a little bit of that release point again and threw it a little too inside with the curveball coming back in.
Tries to find that same spot that resulted in the walk, and in the zone is a little out to the right from the pitcher's perspective. So 1 ball, no strikes for Braga.
You got to be careful with McLean too. He already has 3 stolen bases this year.
Strike 1. The one advantage for Ricken, though, he's a left-handed pitcher, so he has the base runner's line of sight at all times as long as he's at first. I think McClin is going to be a little bit more careful than Thompson was.
Well, he's staying close by to that first base bag too.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We talk about how even though there were these hits here and there throughout this game so far, the pitchers have been able to get out of that, like with that double play in the bottom second, and now here with the with Thompson caught stealing. Ball 2.
And I like the way that Ricken is kind of double multitasking here in this situation, just watching the runner and McLean too, because he got Derek Thompson Jr. And he knows that these guys are going to be more careful about it, so now he's dialing in on the hitter now.
That's pop foul. He'll stay alive at the plate on the 2-2 count.
Got another pitch that he can use to try to get Braden Braga down with a strikeout here. He went with a 76-mile-per-hour pitch before this last one, and then he threw 86 miles per hour on the outside edge fastball and got Braden Braga to go swinging.
The 2-2 from Ricken. Swing and a miss. There's out number 2. It was a curveball outside, it looked like, and because you have TrackMan in front of you, I don't, but based on the spin and where the release point was and where it ended up and how he just outstretched his arm, couldn't make contact with it.
Yeah, it looked like it was a devious type of outside pitch, like a fastball, but he used 80 miles per hour velocity, and it didn't curve in enough, but it was enough for Braden Braga to say, I'm going to go after that pitch.
And there's ball 1 for Geoffrey Fontenot.
He's been a very good two-way player for the A's this year as well. He's had some time pitching. He can steal bags. He got 7 stolen bags this year.
Ricken delivers the 1-0 pitch. Drifting foul over to the park next door. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, from a distance, it's hard to tell these two teams apart, but the A's shade of red on their jersey, it's a little bit lighter than the Colonials. Just a little bit.
And the Colonials have a little bit more of that white stripage on their jersey, especially on that back collar. You can see more of that white on that top shoulder part of the jersey. The A's just have more of a solid red jersey.
The 2-1 pitch. The 3-1 count. And the A's logo, it looks a little bit like the font that I think Arkansas uses, the Arkansas's baseball logo. Or it could be Alabama, I'm not sure. It looks like one of those two.
It's very borderline.
The 3-1, that hit over to the shortstop, and he'll throw it over to first for the 6-3 putout, and that will end the inning. So this was the best chance the A's had to put some runs on the board, but they can't capitalize. A hit and a walk. And that walk is stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th with no score. We'll be right back.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. Myers still pitching for the A's. There's no score. 4 combined hits in this game thus far. No one has advanced beyond first. 2 hits for each side. There's ball 1 for Aaron Newcomb as we are back to the top of the order for the Colonials. After him, William Dalton and Noah Munoz are also due up. Ball 2.
And so we saw Riley Ricken had to deal with a runner, or 2 runners, I should say, see if the Colonials can get something going here as well against Hudson.
Swing and a miss. There's strike 1. In this game, going by and as at a brisk pace, you know, we're not even an hour in, and yeah, we're already at the bottom 4th, and a lot of it has to do with the pitching from Ricken and Myers.
They're already basically halfway through the game, essentially. And most of these games have been reaching around that 2 hour 30-minute mark. And, you know, it's a deal with the coaches.
There's ball 3. So a lead off, full count for Aaron Newcomb. Flew out to right field in the first inning. The payoff pitch, swings and misses. Did he get a piece of that? They're saying he did. Okay, so it's foul tipped into the glove.
Another saying that's a foul ball.
Yeah. Foul tipped into the glove of Lobel. It's hard to see, but I heard the bat make contact with the ball. So another payoff pitch from Myers, swing and a miss, and Newcomb goes down on strikes.
Yeah, that was an absolute gas pitch at 81. You know, it doesn't seem like it's super fast, but with the way you use those breaking pitches at lower velocities, as soon as you switch that speed up and go after something a little different, now the batter has to catch up to try to get that bat around, and unfortunately, Aaron Newcomb not able to get it in time.
And Dalton 0 for 1, flew out to left field. It grounds that over to the second baseman, takes an odd hop. He's in the right place for it, and grounding out 4-3 on the first pitch of the at-bat. So 2 outs after just 8 pitches.
And this is starting to become a little bit more cleaner. Good indication of, you know, how pitchers are able to control that pitch count as long as they have, you know, the similar first digit of the number of pitch counts than the inning at that number, then you're pretty much in a good spot.
You're absolutely right. They try to average. That's pop foul right over to the A's dugout. They try to average, they're 10 pitches per inning around that, as you said. And Myers has been keeping within that range thus far, as he's now at 49 pitches. The 0-1. Pop foul again, so now the Colonials down to their last strike of this 4th inning.
And he's used that outside pitch 3 times with the curveball on the outside edge. And again, maybe try to use that higher fastball upstairs is what I expect him to use here, but okay with the miss.
Hits that up the middle. It's going to bounce off the mound and just getting past Hill into center field for a 2-out single. And we've seen a few of those today. Now here coming to the plate is the right fielder, Bradley Stoner.
Yeah, Harper was just off of the ball there, playing more inside to the first baseman rather than cutting it inside with that middle gap in the infield, and he just didn't have a whole lot of time to be able to go make a diving grab, but that would have been a tough play either way.
So Munoz now at first will look to be the first base runner to be safe at second today. We've had a double play and a runner caught stealing. There's ball 1 for Stoner. Ball 2.
And Munoz has had the better of these at-bats so far against Hudson. That's his second single today against Hudson Myers.
The 2-0 from Myers. He delivers. Ball 3. And 1 ball away from the first base runner at second this morning. It's crazy that it's in the bottom 4th and one hasn't happened yet. And on average, usually that happens within the first 2. Here we go. There's strike 1.
So Ricken faced off against 4 batters in the top of the 4th. And the question is, can Hudson Myers do the same thing? This is his 4th batter faced here in the bottom of the 4th. Can he get out of it without getting another base runner on board?
The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's a full count.
There he goes with the off-speeder again, getting Bradley Stoner to chase after that pitch and get him to pull an early swing.
The payoff. Ball 4, and we have our first runner on second today as that walk moves Munoz over to second. And now Myers and Ricken each have 57 pitches apiece, but when this inning is over, Ricken will still have fewer through 4 innings. And here's Gus Harper. Ball 1. And you know something I was thinking about when you were talking about how he's faced the same number of batters as Ricken did in the 4th. He's also faced as many batters as Myers did in the 1st. Myers, so but that's forgone now as he's faced 5. That's the most in 1 inning so far today. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, and again, Myers has had good control so far this season in his starts.
Strike 1 finds the bottom outside corner of the zone.
Right now in these situations, he's trying to figure out how to get around these batters once they start adjusting the second time around, which obviously Noah Munoz has done already. And Stoner being able to recognize those pitches on the outside corners now.
Ball 3.
And your defense has been pretty good today, so I wouldn't be, there's nothing wrong with at least giving them a chance to, you know, put a ground ball and play again.
And Chandler out in left field, he's moving up, anticipating something going his way, as Gus Harper is a right-handed batter. There's strike 2. Ooh, Harper thought he had ball 4. He's going to stay at the plate.
Yeah, that just got inside on that inside corner of the strike, so down low. That's 77 miles per hour.
The payoff pitch. That's a grounder over to the second baseman, bounces off the turf, and he makes a hop to field it. And the 4-3 ground out will end the inning. So the Colonials, just like the A's in the top, had a chance to tack on some runs. They do not come to fruition. We go to the top of the 5th. There are no runs here so far in this game.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Top of the 5th, 5, 6, 7 due up for the A's. Blake Browning, Ethan Beltran, and Andrew Carnes. Ricken still pitching for the Colonials. And he's so far, it's a very tight pitching duel, but he's edging out Myers just a little bit as Myers has 6 more pitches and 1 more hit given up. But it's right now, this game is going to come down to which batting lineup can spot the weaknesses in the other team's pitching and capitalize on it. Here's the first pitch for Browning. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And Blake Browning has had a good season too. The junior from Cal State San Marcos. He's a pretty big dude, 250 pounds. He's already knocked a home run this year as well.
Ball 1.
Right now, the Chill are up over the Blue Sox 4-1, going into the bottom of the 5th over there at the turf field.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, our colleague Johnny Maldonado is over there scoring that game, and he'll be scoring the second game as well. You know what's funny, though? I don't know if we've ever had a PSCL game on the Palm Springs Stadium, the first one, and before the first one at the turf field. But it looks like we're on that trajectory right now as Blake Browning goes down looking in 4 pitches. 1 away in the top of the 5th. Here's Ethan Beltran, one of 2 A's to have a hit today. It's him and Derek Thompson Jr.
Yeah, you got Blake Browning just got frozen up on the 78-mile-per-hour breaking pitch that went outside, beat, started first, and then came right back into the middle of the zone.
Off speed, that one was high, ball 1. And we could see both pitchers go a complete game at this rate as well. Hit into right field. There's a huge gap in between William Dalton and Bradley Stoner. And he's rounding second. It could be the extra base hit. Is he sliding in safely? He does. The throw is a little off target. And just like we had our first walk from Myers in the 4th inning, now here's the first extra base hit against Ricken. And there's a runner in scoring position. It's the leading run for the A's. And at the plate, Andrew Carnes. Grounded out 1-3 to end the 2nd inning. First pitch from Ricken. Finds the zone. Oh, there's a stolen base attempt, and he was really slow on that, and the catcher was just asleep. He didn't notice, and he decided to throw too late, and then he decided not to throw at all.
It's a lot of speed there from Beltran over there at that third base bag, already recognizing it. 3 stolen bases. That's number 4 now.
And Ricken, the infield umpire is going over to tell him something, and now play will resume. But yeah, not only do we have our first extra base hit in this game, this inning, we also have our first runner on third. There's strike 2. Ricken taking his time, delivers the 0-2 pitch. Grounded over to the second base. Oh, it goes underneath him. That's going to be E4 on Gus Harper. So that brings home the first run of the game. A's lead 1-0, and Carnes gets on base safely.
Yeah, that is usually a routine play from a second baseman like that, who has so far had himself a pretty good day at that position. Hill, but this one just drops under his glove, and when they tell you to use that glove, put it on the ground, get that crocodile hand above it, he just barely got it under enough to before that ball rolled right by him.
Logan Lobel, the catcher, first swings at the first pitch. Looks like it'll be a 5-4 put out at second. They go for the double play, and the throw is not in time. So 5-4 on the fielder's choice. It retired Andrew Carnes. Logan Lobel gets on base safely. So now here's R.L. Chandler. And we have a pinch runner over there for Logan Lobel. It is number 8. Let's see who number 8 for the A's is. Looks like we got Brandon McCoa-Death pinch running.
This is R.L. Chandler's opportunity to knock in another run here with the runner at that second base bag now being McCoa-Death, who's way off that second base bag, by the way.
Yeah, he's safe. It's funny what happened there if you just saw it on the broadcast, but it was the shortstop Newcomb that was moving away from second base, and then it was Harper, not Harper, Makoa Death who went back. Usually you see the opposite. This is pop foul out of play.
Yeah, there's a few times that they could have gotten out of this inning as well with the E4 and then the fielder's choice there. But as it stands right now, just Rickon needs to just stay in there and continue challenging these A's hitters.
Two balls, one strike, and as we mentioned before, the catcher usually has pinch runners for them in most circumstances. There have been a few exceptions where the catcher has stayed on base. That was the first opportunity. That's grounded foul, and that's stolen base by Makoa Death is for naught. He'll have to go back to second. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that pitch he went after on an 85-mile-per-hour curveball just inside, and he brought the hands in, but in a weird spot for him to try to knock that fair, actually.
R.L. Chandler down to his last strike. Wants to tack on some more runs, swings and misses low, and that is how the top of the 5th will come to an end. So first run of the game comes around on E4. It's 1-0 A's. We go to the bottom of the 5th with 6, 7, 8 due up. We'll be right back.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom 5th. We have a new pitcher for the Colonials. R.L. Chandler moving over from left field to the mound, and going out to left field is Derek Thompson Jr. Hudson Myers done for the morning. Chandler will look to preserve the A's 1-run lead here. Leading off is Evan Percival. There's ball 1. Ball 2.
Yeah, Myers had himself a pretty good outing today. 4 innings pitched, just 4 strikeouts, and 3 hits given up with a walk.
Finds the corner of the zone there for strike 1, 2-1 count. Hudson Myers, the final line, 4 innings pitched, 63 pitches, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, no runs. There's strike 2. It's a 2-2 count. Thompson Jr., yeah, we were talking about how he's usually in outfield to start, but today who's the extra hitter? Well, now as the EH, he's now in left field. Strike 3. Evan Percival goes down looking for out number 1.
He got rung up on an outside changeup pitch at 69 miles per hour.
Now here's Orlando Shin, the third baseman. Strike 1. And he flew out to center field to end the second inning, his only other plate appearance. Pops that back. Ooh, barely lost any velocity or direction, just bouncing off the top of the bat. No balls, 2 strikes.
Chandler has faced off against 22, now 23 batters this year, 4 strikeouts, giving up 5 hits and 4 earned runs. A decent relief pitcher here for Hudson Myers as the A's try to hold off the Colonials right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Orlando Shin goes down swinging. Now 2 outs in the bottom 5th. Here's Daniel Dalton, who struck out swinging to lead off in the 3rd. He'll look to get on base and get the tying run aboard.
Now this just becomes a more favorable matchup here in this situation with the guy who just struck out swinging as well. You've already struck out the other 2 guys.
First pitch. Oh, broken bat. It's a comebacker. Goes over to Chandler. He's going to just lob it over to first. And now Daniel Dalton was in no hustle whatsoever. I think that might have been 1U actually, so not a 1-3. So 10 pitches is all Chandler needed to retire the side in order in the bottom 5th. A's lead 1-0. We go to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. A's still have a 1-run lead. Chandler, who started in left field, retired the side in order. Thompson taking his place out there in left. And Ricken still pitching for the Colonials. He'll face 10-1-2 in the order. Cade Hill will lead off. After him, Derek Thompson Jr. and Braden McClin.
Yeah, and Ricken has almost matched that same number of innings that he pitched the last time against the Bootleggers. And this is a guy who can go the length of games. With the amount, especially with the pitch count right now where he's at 71, he could probably go for another couple innings if he can keep that pitch count low. Obviously, Hudson Myers' day is already finished. He didn't really use a lot of pitches today. Could have probably gone the length, but we saw R.L. Chandler take over, and he pretty much controlled that inning. 2 strikeouts and a 1
And here's Cade Hill. Flew out to right to end the third. There's ball 1. We got a situation here where both teams have the same amount of hits, but one team has a run, and the other team has an error. So right now it's the A's who had the advantage, and early on it was the Colonials that had the advantage based on the pitching of Ricken. But now that the A's had that 1-run lead, it's now swayed in favor of them. So Ricken up to 73 pitches. It's a 2-0 count for Cade Hill. Ball 3.
There's so many things I want to say right now that are possible, they're jinxable right now, so I'm just trying to keep it back right now.
The 3-0 pitch finds the zone, strike 1.
You can talk about the umpires behind the plate right now. You can talk about the way that this game has been going. You can talk about the time index so far, 2 hour or an hour and 15 minutes.
Ball 4, so getting a walk on 5 pitches. Cade Hill gets on base, and here comes Derek Thompson Jr. Yeah, the game only started at an hour and 16 minutes ago, as you said, and we're in the 6th innings. One of the faster PSCL games this summer.
And even just a run 2 so far, and just 6 hits in total between both teams.
Shows bunt, and it goes foul. Oh, staying on that line for a couple of seconds. I was curious to see where it would roll. So no balls, 1 strike.
We call those little bunts line huggers because they're always so hard to judge sometimes, especially if they just decide to continue to roll back and forth between the foul territory and in play. It's hard to judge those, but because that ball just kept rolling into that foul area, it's another good recognition there by Shin to make sure that that ball does not go back in play. Just the way that was rolling, I'm pretty sure both runners would have been safe in that situation.
Strike 2. Yeah, and any opponent goes in foul territory, then it's a foul ball. But the issue is sometimes the third baseman waits too long to wait for it to go foul, and then it never does, and the runner gets on, and that's a judgment call that they have to just get used to making. Pop foul, stays alive, still no balls, 2 strikes for Thompson. On deck is Braden McClin, the center fielder.
And this is where the A's really know how to get teams and figure out how to jump in front of you because they know how to start getting these at-bats working and going.
There's ball 1, and a stolen base for Cade Hill puts another runner in scoring position. So now Derek Thompson has an easier chance to get an RBI. As a right-handed batter, if he does get a piece of it, he'll try to make contact and send it in deep into left center field, buying Cade Hill enough time to come home.
Yeah, Ricken wasn't really paying attention to that runner there. Usually when he knows that there's a guy who's got speed at the bases, he's checking them over and making sure that they stay close by with pickoffs.
Ooh, just outside, ball 2. The 2-2 for Thompson. Ricken taking more time in between pitches. There's ball 3. We have a full count and advancing on the wild pitch is Cade Hill. So now A's have another run 90 feet away.
And a good position here too, and especially with no outs here, maybe you change the dynamic for Coach JJ, and like you just did with that bunt to start off this at bat, maybe try that again and see if you can roll it down that first base line to keep it away from home plate and from getting that runner out at that lead spot now.
The payoff pitch. Outside, and we have back-to-back walks to start out the top of the 6th inning. Ricken starting to slip a little bit on the mound. No outs yet.
And that was a really good at-bat by Derek Thompson, being able to watch 7 different pitches, and he was behind in the count to begin with and worked it all the way up to be able to get on board now with runners at the corners.
And that's fouled off by McClin. No balls, 1 strike. The umpire, he's changing his stance a little bit, was a little over to the right before, and now he's kind of to the left. That's hit into left field, and that'll bring home a run. It's 2-0 A's on the RBI single by Braden McClin. And the throw in allows both runners to advance.
It's just another good piece of hitting, and that pitch he just let sail in the strike zone at 69 miles per hour, and it was just lined up perfectly for Braden McClin with good timing to be able to send it to the outfield to get an RBI. I'm also just a little surprised that their coach, Bailey Owen, hasn't gone out there yet just to settle down Riley Ricken.
Ricken, pretty solid first 4 innings. Began to slip just a little bit in the 5th, and now it's a 2-run lead for the A's as he's now is up to 88 pitches. The runners on 3rd and 2nd with no outs. But it's a pitcher's count. Ooh, swing and a miss, and Braden Braga goes down on strikes.
A good usage of that breaking pitch again at 81 miles per hour to keep it outside and get another good swing from Braden Braga to miss. 2nd strikeout today swinging.
Geoffrey Fontenot now at the plate. Oh, there's a pass ball out of the glove of Robbie. And 1 more run scores. That's Derek Thompson Jr. Now at 3rd base is Braden McClin. So 1-0 count for Fontenot. Can get an RBI here, bring home Braden McClin. It's now 3-0 A's with 1 out in the top of the 6th.
The ball he just let go upstairs. Not a lot of break on it. I think he was trying a fastball, and then it just got away from the catcher, Robbie, behind the plate there.
1 ball, 1 strike. He delivers. After taking a deep breath, you can see his chest expand and then retract. There's ball 2.
That was a very close pitch to the outside corner. Didn't get the call from the umpire.
Yeah, after a very quick first 4 innings, the game slowed down a bit now with 1 run in the top of the 5th and now 2 so far in the top 6th. There's ball 3. It's a 3-1 count for Ricken.
You know, with that higher pitch count, it seems like Riley's starting to lose control of those pitches right now. He's kind of throwing a little unorthodox right now.
The 3-1. Oh, ball 4 just a little high, and now runners on the corners again with just 1 out in the top of the 6th.
This is usually a situation now where you try to buy your pitcher some time to give him some breathing time, because right now that's 3 walks here in this inning, a single. Yes, you've gotten a strikeout, but you need to give him a little bit of time to resettle in and give him time to buy for the relief pitcher who they have getting warmed up down there on the left field side here at the stadium.
Out there warming up. It's number 28 for the Colonials.
Thomas Cheplik down there warming up.
Oh, that's a wild pitch. It soars over the head of the catcher, Robbie, And now another run scores. It's 4-0 A's.
And next thing you know, when you lose control of those pitches, then you start to lose grip of and handle of those release points. And just right there, that ball way upstairs. And Ricken just here, he was doing very good through the first, 6 innings or so. And then here in the top of the 6th, things starting to unravel a little bit.
Yeah, after 4 it was nothing. There was no score with 1 out in the top of the 6th. It's 4-0 A's. Ricken just wants to get out of this inning. He throws strike 1 to Browning, who struck out in his 2 at-bats today.
Cheplik would be a more favorable relief pitcher here in this situation with 5 strikeouts this year, no earned runs yet.
Delivers. There's ball 2, and safely sliding into third is Geoffrey Fontenot. He has his first stolen base of the day.
And that was stolen base number 8 for Jeffrey today, or for his young PSCL career.
A 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. So as it stands right now, when we go to the bottom of the 6th, the Colonials have 9-10-1 due up. Robbie, Bostrom, and Newcomb. So, right, it's the strategy is for them at the bottom of the order to get on base, hoping your leadoff man knocks in a couple of runs. The game's still within reach, but 3 of the 4 runs the A's have scored have been in this inning. The 2-2. Strike 3. Blake Browning goes down looking.
He picked up the velocity that time and threw a pitch right down the middle and got Blake Browning frozen.
And here's Ethan Beltran. Originally was a DH today. Now he's the third baseman. He is 2 for 2. He has a single in the 2nd and a double in the 5th and scored the first run of the game. Strike 1.
And this is very much a much dangerous batter to face off in the situation with a runner at third now, but you got 2 outs here. Focus on the batter rather than the runner and try to get him out here.
Finds the zone again. Strike 2.
He's dotting up that outside edge again like he did to start off the first few innings. That's what kept this game in control. Trying to give his team an opportunity. Give your team an opportunity to come back up to bat and keep it within reach. 4 runs, yes, you've given it up, but it's still within striking distance.
Ball 1. Taking his time is Ricken. Delivers the 1-2. Ball 2. So Riley Ricken has now eclipsed 100 pitches today. He's at 103. The 2-2. There's ball 3. So he started out ahead in the count 0-2, and Ethan Beltran, patient at the plate, works it to full.
This might be his last batter if he's not able to get out of this inning right here. Regardless, though, because they already settled down Thomas Cheplik, so he's ready to go in any situation here.
Swing and a miss. He retires Beltran, but not before the A's tack on 3 more runs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Colonials trail 4-0. We'll be back.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Welcome back to the bottom of the sixth. The Colonials have their work cut out for them now. 9-10 1-2 up. Brock Robbie, Alec Bolstrom, and Aaron Newcomb will face R.L. Chandler on the mound. There's strike one.
And now it's up to the Colonials team to really get something going here in this inning.
Strike two. And because of that three-run inning that the A's had in the top of the sixth, Riley Ricken now in line for the loss, but Chandler no longer in line for the save as it's a four-run game. And it's fouled off. Still 0-2.
Yeah, and this Colonials team has had their issues trying to stay in front of games. You know, the 2-4 this season. Runs for is 38. Runs allowed is 38. Their differential is literally as flat 0.
And there's strike three. Brock Robbie goes down looking. A slow call for the umpire. Not sure if that was ball one. But here's Alec Bostrom. Flew out to third base in the third. The A's knocking on the door right now of their 7th win. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch. That's popped into right field. We'll see who makes a call for it. It's going to be the right fielder, Browning, to make the catch for out number 2. There's the first fly out to the outfield for the Colonials since the second inning. And now here's Aaron Newcomb as we go back to the top of the order.
This is where we talked about the A's pitching being so good throughout the season. They've only allowed 38 runs as well, just like the Colonials, but you know, the offense has been helping them a lot with 58 runs in total.
Ball one in the dirt outside.
It's a 20-plus run differential.
Tomorrow's the summer solstice, so it's the longest day of the year. Not sure what I'm going to do to celebrate that, but I am working in the morning, scoring the games across the way. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, we have a big night tomorrow night as well. The Power taking on the SoCal Mavericks, but Micromania tomorrow.
The 1-1 pitch to Newcomb. Ball 2 as it lands in the dirt, kicking up a cloud of dust.
It should be a fun one. Start time 5 p.m. earlier start time, and then once that game's over, the Micromania will begin at the nighttime.
That's hitting the center field and moving back and reaching out his glove. It's not quite far enough out. And sliding in for a 2-out double is Aaron Newcomb, getting the Colonials some life here in the bottom 6th inning.
And this is where they need to start getting things going, right? You know, get in there. You know, 2 men away. You're down to the last 2 outings of this game here, trying to eke out a win and stay close within 500 in your record. You know, this is one of the teams you're going to have to beat. This is a playoff team in the A's here. And good job from Aaron Newcomb to get that swing in there. 93 miles per hour off the bat, right up the middle.
Yeah, here's William Dalton, a fly out and a ground out so far today. Takes the first pitch from Chandler. hits that into right center, and moving over and making a running grab is Browning to keep the Colonials scoreless. So 2 flyouts to right this inning. After 6, A's lead Colonials 4-0. We go to the top of the 7th.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 7th inning. Thomas Cheplick will be the closing pitcher for the Colonials. Riley Ricken done after 6. We'll get the final line to you in just a moment. There's strike 1 to Andrew Carnes. Due up after him, Logan Lobel and R.L. Chandler. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That was low and in the dirt. He took a crack at it anyway. No balls, 2 strikes. So Riley Ricken, 6 innings, 105 pitches. 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, 4 hits, and 4 runs, all of them earned. Robbie moving back, and that bounces in the concourse, right off the little tunnel.
And Tommy Cheplick has 5 strikeouts against 11 different batters faced, give up 2 hits this year. This is a ripe and ready relief pitcher here for Riley Ricken.
Ball 1.
But the Colonials here, you know, once they get out of this inning, they're going to need a lot of help down the stretch in that final inning.
Yeah, they have 3, 4, 5 due up in the bottom 7th. This is popped up in the infield. First baseman moving close to the mound to make the catch for out number 1. That's Noah Munoz. And Logan Lobel, the catcher. If he gets on base again, we could see Brandon McCoy death pinch run for him again. Takes a deep breath, steps out of the batter's box, and back in. The first pitch, high fastball, 1-0. This College World Series matchup we got that's starting, I think, today is we'll get back to that in just a second. That's popping into left field. It might be in foul territory. It's not. And just standing there and making the catch is Bostrom for out number 2. And it looked like he was going to go all the way to the fence to catch that at first.
Yeah, but that was way under the swing. Even though it was 91 miles per hour off the bat, that exit angle was 47 degrees, so that was going to stay in the park no matter what. But that was trailing to that left field wall, and that took a distance of 302 feet, very close to that 350 wall in left field.
Ball 1. Yes, I was saying Coastal Carolina against LSU, 2 teams that have won a College World Series in the last decade, so they're increasing. One team is going to add another trophy to that trophy case. In LSU, one of the most successful college programs in as far as baseball goes. Coastal Carolina, mid-major team winning it almost a decade ago was a big thing.
Very much different College World Series this year as well. With, none of the repeat appearances of the same schools from last year.
And there's a 2-out walk. R.L. Chandler will get on base in 4 pitches. And the bottom of the order for the A's, here's Cade Hill, who walked and then scored a run on the RBI single by Braden McClin. Two outs in the top 7th. A's lead 4-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cheplick in damage control here, trying to buy his team a chance. There's ball 2, and Robbie not even going to try and throw down R.L. Chandler as he steals second. There's his first stolen bag of the day. One-two count.
Yeah, when you have 2 outs here, you're just focused on the batter here, just trying to get this inning done and over with.
There's ball 2. And Chandler. And they're just ending the game now? What happened there?
It looked like he rung him up on a strikeout pitch on the outside corner.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, I was writing in my scorebook. So, looking K, right?
Looking K on there, yep.
My apologies, I missed that, and I just see everyone walking in. I'm like, what happened? So, yeah, I was writing in my scorebook, make sure everything was accurate. So, after 6.5, the A's lead the Colonials 4-0. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. It's the last chance for the Colonials. We'll be right back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom 7th, last chance for the Colonials. It's Derek Thompson Jr. pitching to close this game. Not in line for the save as the A's have a 4-run lead. But he'll face 3, 4, 5 in the order for the Colonials. Now, Chandler is back in left field. So those are only 2 changes that have happened in this last break. And here's Munoz, who is 2 for 2, 2 singles. Advanced to second when Bradley Stoner walked after him in the 4th, but no runs scored yet. And they're going to look to make a last-second comeback. 5 pitching to 5. There's strike 1.
Yeah, and the Colonials have had chances to get 4 runners on the bases, but they've all been stranded today. The only reason why the A's have had 4 runs on 4 hits because the few mistakes from the defense of the Colonials has been advantageous for them to jump out to this 4-0 lead.
There's a 0-2 count for Munoz, and R.L. Chandler in line for the win. He has 2 innings pitched, 21 pitches, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit, no runs. The 0-2. Check swing. That's inside. Did he go? He did not. 1-2.
It almost looked like he went around there on that swing, but look at the umpire. Even with the base umpire over there, because this is a lefty hitter, he doesn't have a good view of it, so he's kind of waving his hands off, trying to see if the umpire, the home plate umpire, has a better view of it, but nobody does. Give the benefit of the doubt to Munoz here in the box.
The 1-2. That's low by his feet. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's usually the problem, too, when you have just 2 umpires. You don't have another guy at that third base line to be able to point down and get the appeal on a check swing call.
The 2-2. Oh, lined out to first. That went right to Braga. So 1 away.
And he kind of had a really slow swing off of that 64-mile-per-hour exit velo, and it was lined perfectly to Braga there at first base. Right place, right time.
Bradley Stoner, the right fielder, is 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging and has a walk. First pitch. Right down Broadway, strike 1. Thompson delivers. Oh, strike 2.
Got him frozen 85 miles per hour. Outside pitch. And that was a curveball pitch that he threw. Favorable matchup between a righty and a righty.
Oh, that's fouled off. It looks like it. Oh, catcher's interference is what they're going to say. So that's the first time I've seen that happen this year because, yeah, you heard the bat make contact with the pitcher's helmet, or sorry, the catcher's helmet. And so he'll go to first.
I think it's the first time I've seen a catcher's interference this year. He's shaking off his hand, LaBelle, behind the plate because you heard the slap of the leather from the bat swing there. He's gonna have to take a minute here.
So yeah, catcher's interference is going to be E2, and it's because it's such a rare thing in baseball. Because the higher up you go, like the better catchers are at avoiding that mistakes. It will be E2 on top of the catcher's interference. So because when we score it, we have to do that in 2 different ways. We have to put that in fielding, and then we have to put that in pitching.
Always a bit of an anomaly here, and LaBelle just trying to settle back in after getting basically a wood bat to your hand with the glove there. That's some protection with that glove, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, and if it makes contact with the finger that's sticking out, usually it's the index finger, then yeah, that will hurt.
That's usually not a fun day for you.
No, it's never fun. There's strike one to Gus Harper. The 0-1 pitch. There's strike two.
Both of these fastballs so far.
There's a slow chopper over to the shortstop. He can't make the throw to first, so he elects to throw to second, and that tags out Bradley Stoner on the fielder's choice. So Gus Harper safe at first. 2 outs in the bottom 7th. Now they're down to their last out.
Good play by Fontenot at that shortstop position to turn around, run and go grab that ball, making the decision to get the lead runner out. And even though they didn't get the double play there, it's still a good decision by Fontenot.
Yeah, and the situational awareness like that, it's really important to realize that when you're running away from first base and you throw it across your body like that, it just take what they give you. We hear that a lot in sports.
Take what you can get.
There's ball one.
When life gives you lemons.
The 1-0 pitch. Strike one. Evan Percival, it could be the last hope for the Colonials. Runner on first. 2 outs. A's lead 4-0. Thompson delivers. That's a little outside. Ball two. Ball three.
Yeah, both those last two pitches at 69 miles per hour. He's just trying to lay it in the strike zone to get all these batters to go after these pitches and force a ground ball.
And there's ball four, and we have 2 runners on. The tying run now on deck for the Colonials. Here's Orlando Shin. And Thompson. So going to get out of this quickly. Throws right down Broadway. There's strike one. Yeah. No, this if a run comes around, this could be a save and a save opportunity. There's strike two, and now the Colonials down to their final strike. "17 pitches in the 7th inning for Thompson. Ball one. Thompson. Now the 1-2, that's hit into right field. Moving back and to his right is Browning, and that secures the win for the A's. Final score, A's 4, Colonials 0. So no save and no save opportunity. The win going to R.L. Chandler, the loss going to Riley Ricken. The A's improve to 7-2. The Colonials fall to 2-6. Justin, what are your final thoughts?
Pretty good game today, and we looked at the pitching with the 2 power players who face off against each other. Obviously, there was a lot of mistakes towards that latter part of the game. You know, with the E4, a couple of pass balls, wild pitches, Riley Ricken all the way up to triple-digit pitches. You lose control there, and you start to wonder maybe you got to switch it up once you get to that spot. But again, the Colonials don't exactly have that stable pitching, so that was a decision made by Coach Bailey Owen to keep Riley Ricken in there. Doesn't pay off today, but a good game today for the flip side team, which is the A's, who had Hudson Myers. Great day today, and then R.L. Chandler able to finish it off, in relief, and then Derek Thompson Jr. there in that final spot. A good game today from the A's.
Well, the second game coming up later is, why don't I memorize this? I should know this. It'll be at 11:30. Let me take a quick look on the schedule. Yes, today at 11:30, Justin and I will be back calling the Haymakers Bombers game, so stay tuned for that. But for now, we say goodbye. We'll see you all in half an hour.